Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. As you guys can see up on the screen today, I want to talk a little bit about Sofi Technologies Incorporated, or ticker symbol SOFI. Sofi, same as the company. They make it nice and easy for you. And one reason why we're talking about this stock today is that, hey, I've been covering them pretty much on a daily basis for, it feels like going around a month now. I know, especially coming into the new year, we were covering them. So this has been really fun. It's exciting. Sofi is a stock and a company with a very, very passionate fan base, a very, engaged and involved fan base. And that's why, there is so much content out there about them on YouTube, Reddit, Twitter, all over the place. But also because this thing had a massive day today. This stock was up 12.43%. Finally, 2022 has been rough for SoFi. January has been historically a rough month for the stock market for a lot of these, for pretty much all stocks in general, but especially some of these more speculative, risky growth stocks going into the future. And it just feels so good to not only for SoFi to be going up massively today, but for the market to be having a good day today. And also for this to be the last day of January, the fact that we are now heading into February and hopefully having brighter and brighter days ahead of us. But that is definitely, make sure you guys do drop a like if you guys do enjoy this video. I'd appreciate that a ton, and subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. But with that being said, let's get right into this. SoFi coming out very, very hot to start the week. Obviously, today is just Monday. Still, year to date, still down 20.4%. Really, really rough. Again, January, as I said, we see that SoFi's had not very many green days so far to start 2022. I see 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, 5. Out of January, we had 5 green days, and some of these were very, very small green days, going from 1309 to 1320. Some of these were bigger. Obviously, we had a nice little rally here from, 1206 to 15 when the bank charter news and stuff came out. But obviously, this feels really, really good. This is a massive day. And again, markets did phenomenally today. Dow Jones up almost 2%, S&P up almost 1.9%, Nasdaq 3.4%, Russell 3.0%. So, safe stocks did well, big stocks did well, small stocks did well, tech stocks did well. Everything is doing good, and that is a great sign to see for SoFi. And obviously, just like when SoFi underperformed the indices on bad days, they're going to overperform the indices on good days. So it is kind of interesting to note and important to note that just because SoFi did great today, when the markets are running hot, that doesn't necessarily mean we're out of the woods yet. I know some people are looking at like, hey, 52-week lows 1051. We're at 1250 now. Hey, bear market's over. Hey, the correction's over. The crash is over. Whatever. Now this is smooth sailing, and it's like, slow down. We were at $15, 11 days ago, and then we found ourselves going all the way from 15 to, what is this here, 11, 10, and over the course of like 7 or 8 days. So things can still get worse. Things can still go down. And overall in 2022, we are absolutely still in a downward trending market, not only for SoFi, but for the stock market as a whole. And also just understanding that SoFi does not really at this point act independently of the stock market. Still, if the S&P goes down massively tomorrow, if the Nasdaq goes down massively tomorrow, if the Russell goes down massively tomorrow, we would still, I think, expect SoFi to get hit pretty hard. But again, at least it's a good sign that, hey, when the market does go up, SoFi overperforms. So hopefully, I know a lot of people invested in SoFi are hoping that will mean once we get to the next bull market, once we have up day, up week, up month, and, get on something crazy. Hopefully that's sometime in 2022. Maybe it's not till 2023. Maybe it's not till further down. No one knows when things are going to pick back up again. Hopefully that means SoFi will just absolutely explode and outperform the S&P going forward. Who knows? But that is the hope. It's been beat down more than the S&P and a lot of these big stocks, so hopefully it outperforms them in the long run. That's why a lot of people are buying the dip right now. That's why a lot of people are excited about this stock. But some of what's going on with them right now. I know I saw this post over on the SoFi stock subreddit talking about this meme ETF, and some people saying, hey, maybe this is why SoFi is getting held down. Is this some kind of, short squeeze target list? Are people shorting these meme stocks or whatever? This is the meme ETF from Roundhill Investments that has, a lot of these short squeeze plays. They have AMC, they have BlackBerry, they have GameStop, they have DWAC on there, but it also has some, really popular stocks and some really big companies as well. They have Square, they have Roku, they have Roblox, they have Peloton, they have DraftKings. Some of these are very, very big and established companies, Carnival Corp. So, at the end of the day, I don't think this is a huge deal to be on something like this. I think the guy was just kind of overreacting. And like people said, it's just some ETF that an investment firm or company or whatever put together. But I did think this kind of interesting that, a lot of people do consider SoFi to be one of these meme stocks. They do consider it to be a very retail stock, which is why it can be so volatile, because obviously retail, people are going to get margin called on the way down, have to sell out. People are going to have paper hands. People aren't going to have as much money to buy, and it's going to be harder to bring the stuff up. But again, at the end of the day, I don't think this matters too much. I don't think, SoFi is being held down by shorts or anything like that. I think overall, SoFi has performed in a lot of ways how a lot of people expected. When the market's running hot, SoFi is doing great. When the market wants less risk and less speculation and wants kind of safer stocks that are making money right now and don't need a ton of growth and for everything to go right into the future, SoFi is doing not as well. So I don't really read too much into this, but I know some people were kind of interested about this. Also, people talking about Super Bowl commercials. And I thought this was interesting as well, because I want to talk about that. Hey, NFC Championship game just happened this past weekend in SoFi Stadium. The Super Bowl, I think, is going to happen in 2 weeks in SoFi Stadium as well. This is a really, really cool thing. SoFi Stadium is being featured in a lot of commercials and a lot of ads and a lot of promotional pieces and stuff. And like I said before, at the end of the day, I don't think it's too crazy for SoFi. I don't think it really matters that much, but it is, some advertising that the company gets. It's something a little bit extra. These are massive, massive sporting events that are going to have millions of eyeballs on them, especially, not especially, but even the ads and the promotional pieces and everything. And that's going to be really, really cool. People are going to be aware about SoFi. People are going to, be exposed to the brand, be exposed to the name, and hey, maybe they'll get some new customers. Maybe it'll overall be a great thing for them. Obviously, companies advertise for a reason. Companies do these naming right deals for a reason. And yeah, they have a very, 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 very valuable asset in this, naming rights to SoFi Stadium. And it's really, really cool. People are saying, don't expect them to have a Super Bowl ad or anything like that because it's super expensive. And yeah, they're already having the name of the stadium, so why would they pay for a commercial as well? But I did think it was interesting to talk about, the games and the stadiums and stuff that's going on right now. Also, we have Rosenblatt maintaining a buy rating at $30 from January 19th of 2022. Again, right now, SoFi is sitting at $12.48. So a price target of $30. A lot of people would be very, very excited and very, very happy to hit for SoFi, to hit that number at some point in 2022 or even into 2023. That would still be an awesome price target for people to hit. So hey, I thought this was cool. There are still a lot of big players in the game that are still believing in SoFi, that still have really, really high price targets and buy ratings and stuff for them overall. Also had this from the Motley Fool, talking about 3 beaten down stocks that can thrive with rising interest rates. And they go into, this is something we talked about before and a lot of people I think understand, but the rise of many fintech companies has been led by a lot of specialists, but SoFi has chosen to take a different approach, offering a wide array of financial services to its customers. The strategy is paying off with the number of products consumers using and growing at an even faster rate than member growth every quarter since 2019. SoFi has relied on third-party partners for some of its services it offers since it wasn't a bank, but now obviously it is a bank. Obviously we got the bank charter, and what they're talking about here is how rising rates are good when you are the bank. This will allow hopefully SoFi to be able to make more profits, to be able to get more bang for their buck on their money, get better returns overall. So yes, I know a lot of the market is scared about increasing interest rates, and there is a lot of reasons to be worried or concerned about that or whatever, but overall, this could be a positive thing for SoFi. Not just because of the improved cost structure it'll get by getting other banks out of the middle, but rising interest rates are generally good for banks, and I expect this will prove true for SoFi. So hey, Motley Fool's excited about that. Also, this guy talking about SoFi and student loans, making the interesting differentiation, and I understand this as somebody with student loans, that SoFi student loans aren't federal loans, so some of the forgiveness and deferments do not necessarily apply to these private student loans. So since federal student loans are deferred with 0% interest until May, at least May, we'll see, there's not much incentive to refinance right now to a private student loan like you would with SoFi. So even though SoFi can still be getting some payments on things, depending on when payments start back up or what their plans are or whatever, there is not much reason for people with private federal student loans to actually refinance with them right now. And once May comes around, if the student loan debt deferments or whatever are lifted and it actually goes through this time for like the 10th time or whatever, hey, maybe SoFi will start to see a lot of refinancing and stuff happening through them. But also possible student loan forgiveness will lower the future income for student loan financing. So hey, I know we've talked a lot about this in the past, how yes, that May date could see a big boom for SoFi in a lot of different ways, but just wanted to hit on some of those things there again, especially with the interest rates rising and all those kind of talks, interest rate hikes and stuff like that. So it'll be very, very interesting to see how that all works out. But again, today was a great day for SoFi. We have some great news around the market. It seems like people are really, really happy and excited. I don't know what's happening from here. Obviously, nobody does, but it'll be very, very interesting to see the rest of the week. If this is the start of a good week, is February going to be a good month for the whole market and for SoFi, or are things going to crash right back down? We go even lower. Hey, I hope not, but I'm enjoying these 12.5% gains while we have them. So definitely drop a like if you guys did enjoy this video. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about SOFI. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, save today, and all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.